Pro Sports on KKSD is brought to you by Philip Matthews, State Farm, Watertown, Dairy Queen, Clausen & Sons Construction, Active Heating, Watertown Healthy Youth, Northwest Mutual Insurance, Uptown Cleaners, Watertown Family Eye Clinic and Dental, South Dakota Consumer Protection Agency, Bryan's Glass, Dutch Boy, Culligan, Bruggeman Insurance, Gather Coffee and Gifts, Ram Coda, Crawford Ostis Funeral Chapel, Sharp Automotive, Sanford Clinic, McDonald's, Hometown Building Center, Glacial Lakes Orthopedics, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Prairie Lakes Healthcare, Stony Brook Suites, Kunkel Snyder Optometric, Lake Stop 20, Tacker Plumbing and Heating, Dano's Marine, Watertown Dental Care, Perkins Restaurant, Great Western Bank, Hy-Vee, and Heilman Homes.
We are in Harrisburg tonight for an ESD matchup between the Watertown Arrows and the Harrisburg Tigers. The Tigers opened the season with 4 straight victories before losing a close battle to Roosevelt a week ago. The Arrows coming off a week where they took on the number 1 ranked Brandon Valley Lynx and played very well in that ball game and had their chances, coming up short 42-28. So it's 4-1 versus 1-4 here tonight in Harrisburg, and this is the 4th straight homecoming game that the Arrows have played in. They played in their own, they played in Washington's, last week in Brandon's, and this week in Harrisburg's as well. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show on KKSD's coverage of Watertown Arrow football here tonight. It is chilly, it is windy. Off and on, there have been some sprinkles here tonight as well. Coming up for you on the pregame show, it's our coach's comments, and we'll do that when we come back in 2 minutes.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
At Great Western Bank, they know that champions play as one. One team with one goal. They know that champions don't just happen. They are built with determination and the right mix of coaching and teammates. You can count on Great Western Bank as a trustworthy teammate that will go the extra mile to help you win. To learn more, visit your nearest branch today and become part of a winning team. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC.
At Watertown Dental Care, dentistry isn't just a job, it's our passion. This is Dr. Darren Bach, and for over 15 years, my team of professionals and I have built our practice on trust, patient service, and exceptional dental care. We never forget you have a choice. Every decision we make, from expanded hours to convenient financial options, is done to make your patient experience both convenient and comfortable. We invite you to experience our personalized care and attention firsthand. Call today, 882-0747.
Giving you something to smile about. Watertown Dental Care.
Before and after the game, make sure you stop into your Watertown Perkins. They're famous for breakfast, but you'll also love their lunches and dinners. Conveniently located at the corner of Highways 81 and 212. At Perkins, you'll find quality fresh food, freshly baked pies and muffins. And it's all in a clean, relaxing, and friendly atmosphere. So come on in and bring your appetite. Your Watertown Perkins will do the rest.
You're listening to the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show on KWAT's coverage of Watertown Arrow football. Coach's comments brought to you by the South Dakota Department of Consumer Protection. Coach and I talked about Harrisburg.
Which means they're manning up your receivers one-on-one and bringing some pressure with their linebackers and maybe even a safety here and there.
We had good success throwing the football in particular a week ago, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a really good job throwing the ball. I've got to go back and look through, but we may have even set a school record pass for 414 yards.
So is that something you think we can do against Harrisburg too?
Oh, I'm sure they're going to see what we did against Brandon Valley, and they're going to try to stop that. So if they're willing to completely sell out the stop in the pass game, we're going to try to run the ball too. We just want to try to stay balanced and do that whatever we can do to gain some yards.
And that's the thing you hear a lot of people say, the run sets up the pass, but the pass can set up the run too, can it?
For sure. I mean, you can do it either way. You can set it up with the pass game with the run game, or the run game with the pass game. It's basically whatever the defense will give you. I mean, we played Rapid City Central and only threw the ball 5 times in that entire game and ran for 360 yards. Then we get to this team and we struggled to run the ball because they're really good up front. So we were able to throw it.
Talk about defensively. What do we have to do well Friday night against Harrisburg defensively?
Defensively, if we can just make tackles and not give up any ground on the line of scrimmage, we'll be good defensively.
Health-wise, we've had a few guys dinged up. We had a couple of more the other night. How are we looking health-wise?
With the exception, we're going to lose one of our best defensive players with Sam not being able to play, but the rest of the guys I think are pretty healthy.
Have you had some guys that now have been getting minutes that you've seen that are making some good progress and will be able to help out?
Yeah, for sure. Last week we played probably about 7 or 8 guys that didn't hardly play at all the previous games, and they're going to get more time this week because everybody played really hard. Special
teams-wise, are you satisfied with where we're at?
You know, we do an okay job special teams-wise. We just need we just need to concentrate on getting things to the right directions and right places. But for the most part, we haven't killed ourselves with special teams. We haven't given up any big touchdowns or anything like that. So for the most part, we're doing pretty good special team-wise.
Give me a couple of keys to beating Harrisburg Friday night.
Same as last week. We need to possess the football, slow the game down, and keep the ball in our hands. If we can keep it out of their offensive hands and gain yards, we'll win the game.
Watertown head coach John Hodorf on the pregame show. Coach's comments brought to you by the South Dakota Department of Consumer Protection. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show. We'll continue with more from Harrisburg in 2 minutes.
You get a call from the Social Security Administration saying your benefits will be canceled or suspended due to fraudulent activity. The scammer asks for personal information or funds by threatening that this is the only way they can quickly restore your Social Security number and benefits. Caller ID spoofing may make it seem like the call is legit, but Social Security Administration will not contact you in this manner. Do not press 1 to talk to an agent. Do not give out personal information. Do not send money. Just hang up. A message from the South Dakota Office of Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection.
Now arriving at Dano's Marine, the new 2020 Ranger boats powered by Mercury Outboards. Stop in and check out what's new with the 2020 Ranger Aluminum and Ranger Fiberglass boats powered by Mercury. So get to Dano's Marine and check out the new 2020 Ranger Aluminum and Ranger Fiberglass boats. Get up to a 5-year factory warranty on the motor when you power your new Ranger with a Mercury Outboard. Dano's Marine, open for all your service and winterization needs. West Highway 212, Watertown. Online 24/7, danosmarine.com.
Great buys this week at Hy-Vee in Watertown. Hy-Vee boneless, skinless chicken breast, $1.57 a pound. Honeycrisp apples, 97 cents a pound. Campbell's soup, 69 cents. Bakery 4-pack jumbo loaded muffins, buy one, get one free. Get a flu shot and get 20 cents off per gallon at Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
To achieve great things, it takes a great team. Attacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated, they have the get it done and then some team of talented, passionate people who will get the job done right. The service techs and those behind the scenes work together to provide top-notch service that you've come to expect from Tacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated for over 60 years. The business that service built.
Call on the business that service built. Call Tacker.
This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show, and we are live in Harrisburg tonight for this matchup between the Arrows and the Harrisburg Tigers. Coach's comments brought to you by the South Dakota Division of Consumer Protection. Brandon White's the head coach at Brandon. Had a chance to talk with him down on the field. It's very windy, so you'll get some wind noise on this interview, but we talked about his football team. Coach, talk about your football team. You guys are having a nice season.
Yeah, so far so good. We've stayed healthy. That's a big deal, especially in AAA football. You got to play a lot of guys, but I think we're starting to find a mix of what works, depth-wise, and getting some younger guys some playing time in certain spots. But so far so good, and hopefully we can have another good one tonight.
Let's talk about offensively. What works for you on offense?
We got to be balanced. When we can run the football, it opens up our pass game. We're playing our two quarterbacks. They both offer some really good things, and we got to keep riding them, kind of play make it, take it with them. So if they can score, they stay out there, and hopefully we can score quite a bit.
Starts up front. How's your line?
A lot better than we anticipated. That was kind of our question mark coming into the year, and those guys really come together. They got 4 seniors up there, but they all played last year, and they played some time as sophomores. So we just can't teach experience, and they've been in a lot of big games, and you can tell that.
Flip to the other side defensively. What do you like to get done there?
Use our speed, swarm to the football. We got to tackle a little bit better. Last couple weeks we've kind of been missing some tackles at the point of attack, and if we can clean those up and kind of, not give up the big play, kind of a bend but don't break kind of defense tonight, and we just got to rally to the football.
What's the importance of this game tonight?
We got to get back on the W streak. We started with 4-0, and then we lose to Roosevelt last week in a tight game. We had our chances, but it's homecoming. The ups and downs, of all week and stuff like that. We got to come out with a lot of fire, and we need this one.
Give me a couple of keys to beating the Arrows tonight.
Turnover battle. It's going to be huge. It's not going to be too bad. We expect a little rain here and there, but we got to maintain the football. We got to get off the field on third down. There's been some times where we've been on the field for 12 or 13 straight plays, so we can't have that tonight. We got to, when we have chances to, get off the field and put our offense back out there, it's got to happen.
Brandon White, head coach of the Harrisburg Tigers. Coach's comments brought to you by the South Dakota Division of Consumer Protection. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show on KKSD's coverage of Watertown Arrow football here this evening. We'll take a timeout. We'll continue with more in 2 minutes.
Oh, honey, everything okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, better than okay. You should have seen it. Stopped for gas, then I saw it. Hunting, fishing, deli, snacks, coffee, and I ate, and it was like they had everything I wanted.
Slow down, cowboy. Where is this place?
Oh, come on. I'll show you. It's amazing.
Lake Stop 20 has just about everything you need. Fuel, snacks, beverages, even breakfast made with real fresh eggs. Lake Stop 20, located on Highway 20 in Watertown.
Do you suffer from dry eyes? Do they burn, sting, itch, or water? Do your eyes get tired after staring at the computer? These are all signs of dry eye disease. Hi, this is Mandy from Kunkel Snyder Optometric. I'm here to tell you that we can help. We offer some of the most advanced technology in diagnosis and treatment of dry eye, and we're extremely excited to announce that we now offer LipiFlow treatments. Give us a call today to schedule your dry eye evaluation at 882-4175. Kunkel Snyder Optometric on Highway 81 North in Watertown.
This is Casey from Stony Brook Suites Assisted Living. Let me explain the many benefits of Stony Brook and how we can help look after your loved one. Our assisted living is specifically designed to look and feel like home. From our home-cooked meals to coffee socials with friends, your loved one will feel more than right at home. Stop in today at 500 16th Avenue or call 882-0013.
Life is sweet in Stony Brook Suites.
At Prairie Lakes, the collaboration and dedication of our talented team of healthcare professionals allows us to offer the specialty services of a major medical center while still providing personalized treatment right here at home. We are proud to be your regional leader, but more than that, we are proud to be your choice for quality healthcare. Prairie Lakes Healthcare System.
Your health, our mission.
This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show on KKSD's coverage of Watertown Arrow football here tonight. Our weather update and temperature of the game brought to you by Active Heating and Air Conditioning. It is windy. It is chilly down here tonight. They say the winds are out of the east-southeast at about 15, gusting a little higher than that. Right now it's 52 degrees in Harrisburg, feels like 48, and it's going to get cooler as the evening progresses. So far, there's no rain here. We've off and on had a few sprinkles, but that is it. But there's supposed to be rain tonight, so hopefully will get this game in before we have any significant amounts of precipitation. Our weather and temperature of the game brought to you by Active Heating and Air Conditioning. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. They're brought to you by Glacial Lakes Orthopedics. On offense, you'll hear two names at quarterback for Harrisburg as they will rotate their quarterbacks in. The starter tonight is Jack Tigan. He's 6 foot 185 and a junior. Anders Clayton, a running back, 5'9", 165 and a junior. Wide receivers are Jai Rowert. He's 5'8", 170 and a senior. Jack Rayburn, 6 foot 205 and a senior. And Sam Christensen, the other wide receiver. The tight end is Blake Hansen, 6 foot 180 and a senior. Great size again up front for this football team. Third straight week where we've seen big offensive lines. At center, it's Ethan Headley, 6'4", 300 and a junior. The guards are Jim Nebelsick. He's 6'3", 290 and a senior. And Nick Schutte, 6'2", 205 and a junior. Just a little guy there. Tackles, Brady Schultz, 6'2", 240 and a senior. And Elliot Buchanan, 6'4", 300 and a senior, starting offensively for the Harrisburg Tigers. For the Arrows up front defensively, Lincoln Stahl, Connor Wirches, and Mason Schulte. The linebackers, well, Sam Stropp is not playing for the Arrows. Injured his knee a week ago, and he is out. You'll see Jacob Van Dusseldorp, Ben Berry, Brett Fossum, and Will Lossing at linebackers and others. Peyton Johnston, Evan Faulkner, Mason Lloyd starting in the defensive backfield. Cale Stevenson back off a sprained ankle. Braxton Riefenberger will get some time back there as well. Offensively for the Arrows, up front, it's Braxton Locker, 5'10", 245 and a junior. Lincoln Stahl, 6 foot 240 and a senior. Mason German, 5'11", 220 and a senior. Tyler Dean and Connor Wirches are the tackles. Dawson Schmidt, the tight end, 6'3", 165 and a junior. Wideouts are Jacob Van Dusseldorp, 6'1", 165 and a senior. Mason Lloyd, 5'8", 145 and a senior. And Evan Faulkner, 6 foot 170 and a senior. Brett Fossum, the running back, and Brandon Smith, the quarterback here again tonight in this matchup with Harrisburg. Defensively, a 34 defensive look for the Harrisburg Tigers. Jim Nebelsick will be a tackle, 6'3", 290 and a senior. The ends are Alex Holt, 6'2", 200 and a senior. Brady Schultz, 6'2", 240 and a senior. The linebackers are Cade Boyer, he's 6'1", 210 and a senior. Aiden Viox, 6 foot 200 and a senior. Galvin Golbronson, 5'11", 195 and a junior. And Brecken Hamilton, 5'10", 170 and a senior. The D-backs are Jai Rowert and Lincoln Botel. Safeties are Cayman Hudson and Jack Rayburn. Starting lineups brought to you by Glacial Lakes Orthopedics. It is raining now here at Harrisburg. I said it wasn't, and it is, and that'll make it difficult for our camera tonight on our stream at times, and that will also make it difficult to see out the window as far as the rain running down the window as well. So we'll take a time out. You're listening to the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show on KKSD's coverage of Watertown Arrow High School football. We'll take a time out. We'll come back in 2 minutes.
This is Dr. Casey Johnson of Glacial Lakes Orthopedics in Watertown.
I think that's
My
when we're
partners,
dropping
Dr. Michael Venner and Dr.
frames.
Jerry Reiber and I would like to extend best wishes for safe and successful sports season for all of our area athletes. We are proud to continue to provide on the field and in the office sports medicine and orthopedic surgery services for all the Arrow and all Watertown area athletic programs. For an appointment today, call 882-2630 or go online and visit us at glaciallakes.orthopedics.com.
Time for a kitchen or bathroom remodel? Walk into Hometown and you can step into many different kitchens and bathrooms set up right on our showroom floor. You can see and feel exactly how your new kitchen or bathroom would look. Our staff at Hometown can help you choose the right cabinets, countertops, lighting, and hardware for your project. If it's time for a new kitchen or bathroom, make Hometown Building Center's showroom your first stop. Hometown Building Center on South Highway 20 in Watertown.
Clausen & Sons Construction will have the same great service that you've come to expect. Ken, Chad, and Jeremy can help you with your residential, farm, and business construction. There's no job too big or too small. Whether it's clearing, grading, site preparation, gravel hauling, road rebuilding, or lagoons, they can get the job done. They sell gravel, crushed concrete, recycled asphalt, and landscape rock. Clausen & Sons Construction have appreciated your business and look forward to working with you. Call 882-3735 today. That's Clausen & Sons Construction in Watertown.
You live in the country, or maybe a small community, or downtown. Wherever you call home, Sanford Health is there. To rewrite healthcare so that it fits you, your family, your needs, and your health. To be alongside you as you overcome obstacles and celebrate joys. Because it's your life, and it's our passion. Health lives here. Sanford Health.
This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show. Just finishing up the introduction of the starting lineups for the Harrisburg Tigers. We'll have the national anthem, and we'll get set for football here tonight between Harrisburg at 4-1 on the season and the Watertown Arrows making their third straight road trip. And next week we'll be home against the very good Sioux Falls O'Gorman team. Then they play Roosevelt on the road and then end the season at home against Aberdeen Central in the regular season. So right now there are 10 teams in AAA, and the Watertown Arrows are out of the playoffs as the two bottom teams, 9 and 10, do not make the playoffs. Aberdeen is in the 8th spot, and so Watertown's got to make their way up with a couple of wins here as the season goes on now if they want to make the playoffs at the AAA level. So we'll see if they can get things done here tonight against a very good Harrisburg Tiger team. And then, as I mentioned, next week at home against Sioux Falls O'Gorman. National anthem coming up for you after the national anthem. They'll have the coin toss on the Tiger here at the 50-yard line. It's a windy night here, not nearly as windy as it was when the Arrows played Washington at Wood Field a couple of weeks ago, but it is definitely windy out there and making it feel a lot colder as well. The flags on the south end, the ones close to the ground, aren't whipping too much, but you look at the flag on the north end of the field, and that one is whipping pretty good up there. So it's going to be a windy night here this evening. Looks like they're going to have a group of singers that will sing the national anthem. We will not be able to pick that up. So what we will do is we will take a timeout. We will take a timeout, and then we'll come back and get ready for the opening kickoff of this matchup here this evening between the Watertown Arrows and Harrisburg Tigers. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back in 3 minutes.
Dependability matters at Sharp Automotive. It all starts with the 2020 Chevy Equinox. The all-new Equinox delivers a higher standard of safety with side blind zone alerts, lane change alerts, rear park assist, and rear cross traffic alerts. The all-wheel drive Equinox price starts at just $27,940. That's $4,500 off sticker. Lease one for only $323 per month with $19.99 down. Or if it's financing you're looking for, 0% financing is available for $60 in lieu of a rebate. Stop in today or shop online at sharpgm.com. Sharps. We make car buying easy. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
It's not the kind of thing we like to talk about, but it's something that we all must face. Hi, this is Chad Ostis at Crawford Ostis Funeral Chapel. You can make things easier on the ones you love by pre-planning your funeral. And here at Crawford Ostis Funeral Chapel, we make pre-planning easy. We listen to your needs and offer several choices for arrangements and make sure all your questions are answered. Schedule an appointment to meet with us at 882-1516. Crawford Ostis Funeral Chapel, where service and caring is our profession.
Hi, this is Angie from Gather. We welcome you to treat yourself at Gather with coffee and espresso drinks brewed from locally roasted beans. We also proudly offer delicious fruit smoothies, apple cider, hot chocolate, and a variety of cold beverages along with tasty baked goods. Gather Coffee Eats and Gifts on the corner of Kemp and 2nd Street Southeast, downtown Watertown. The perfect place to come together.
Let the team at Pregame Insurance in Watertown help you with your game plan. For over 50 years, the team at Pregame Insurance has been helping people make good, sound decisions when choosing health and life insurance, Medicare supplement and long-term care insurance, and executing a sound financial game plan. So call Vince or Carla or Bridget Rammel at Pregame Insurance today, 886-9043, or online, PregameInsurance.com.
If all you want is a sip of water at the kitchen sink, any filter will do. I want better water in the laundry, better water in the bathroom, better water at every tap, in every room for everyone in my home. Every time, everywhere I use water, every day. So I got a whole home filtration system from Culligan. Now I ask you, how long will it take for you to call the Culligan man?
Hey, Culligan Man.
I'm Jason Hansen, your local Culligan Man in Watertown. Call us today at 886-4830.
During fall in South Dakota, you're going to encounter mud, and Dutch Boy Soft Cloth Car Wash is your mud buster in Watertown. Stop in today and regain the sparkle on your vehicle. Fill up and receive $1 off your car wash. At Dutch Boy Soft Cloth Car Wash, your mud buster on East Highway 212 in Watertown.
Clean up your act. Do it today. Do it the Dutch Boy Car Wash way.
Brian's Glass is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wishes all of the Watertown Arrows athletes good luck during the year. Brian's Glass can assist you with commercial and residential glass needs and is also able to assist you with your windshield needs. For all of your glass needs, contact Brian's Glass at 886-5328. That's Brian's Glass, 886-5328. And go Arrows.
You've been listening to the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show on KKSD's coverage of Watertown Arrow High School football. Coin toss taking place at the center of the field, and they don't do the coin toss ceremony. I can't say it. They do it right there on the field now, and the official tosses the coin, and the Harrisburg Tigers won the toss, and they will defer. So now Watertown will get the decision as to whether to take the ball or kick the ball. The Arrows will take the ball, and Harrisburg, at first they said it looked like the Harrisburg was going to go with the wind at their front, but they will take the wind at their back. So Watertown will get the ball to start the ball game here this evening. Harrisburg will go from the south end to the north end. They will have the wind at their back. The Arrows will go into this wind to start this ball game here this evening. It's a beautiful facility in Harrisburg. It was built for over $3 million. It's got a beautiful, nice artificial surface field here with the track around it. Good size stands down here, not nearly full. A lot of people sitting and standing down below, but a good size stands here for Harrisburg, the Arrow fans across the way as well. So we're just about set for high school football action here this evening between the Watertown Arrows and the Harrisburg Tigers. Dropping back deep for Watertown to receive this opening kick, Evan Faulkner. And Evan will be joined back there deep by Devin Miles. Harrisburg will kick the ball off from the left hash mark. And again, they will have a fairly strong wind at their back, so we'll see if they kick it into the end zone. Had a lot of touchbacks with strong winds the last few weeks. Devin Miles and Evan Faulkner back to receive it. Doing the kicking for the Harrisburg Tigers is Lincoln Carlson, left hash mark. And he receives the official's whistle. He approaches the football and kicks it long and deep, and Miles lets it go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and Watertown will start 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. Harrisburg with a 34 defense. They have a couple of ends, a tackle. They'll have 4 linebackers, and those linebackers will move around quite a bit, sometimes at the line of scrimmage, sometimes dropping off. Arrows led by Brandon Smith sends Dawson Schmidt, his wide receiver, wide to the near side, right side. A slot either side as well. So he's got 2 receivers and 2 slots to open up. Brett Fossum to the left shoulder of Brandon Smith on first down. Faulkner goes in motion. The give is to Fossum running right. Nope, Smith pulls it out, takes it himself, and he'll gain 12 yards around the left side. So Brandon Smith faked the handoff to Brett Fossum, took it around the left side himself, and he gets a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Watertown at the 32-yard line. Arrows go without a huddle. They line up with 2 receivers either side, a slot either side as well. Fossum this time to the right shoulder of Brandon Smith. 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. Linebacker coming on a center blitz. Snap and give. Running right is Mason Lloyd, and he was caught and tossed down on the play by one of those linebackers, and getting through there was Alex Holt to make the tackle. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play from Mason Lloyd. Bring up a 2nd down and 12 for the Arrows at the 30-yard line. Arrows going into a strong wind here at Harrisburg as they look to the sideline to get the play call from the coaches. They line up with 2 receivers either way. Brandon Smith has Brett Fossum to his left shoulder. 3 down lineman, linebacker coming on a blitz right side. Man in motion, Evan Faulkner. Fake, flips it out to Dawson Schmidt. He's got one to beat, can't do so, dives forward to about the 36, 37-yard line. Gain of 6 on the pass completion to Dawson Schmidt, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Watertown Arrows at the 36-yard line, their own. First possession of the ball game. 2 receivers left side, 2 receivers to the right side for the Watertown Arrows. Brandon Smith lines up in shotgun with a running back to his right shoulder. He awaits the snap. Man comes in motion. Mason Lloyd takes the handoff, throws the slant, threw it high, but Max Roble able to pull it in, and that's a gain of 11 on the reception to Roble on the slant, and the Arrows will keep the ball and get a first down. Max Roble, a big receiver, 6'4", 190, and a senior, made some very nice catches a week ago against the Brandon Valley Lynx. Arrows have it 1st and 10, 46-yard line, their own. Roble wide to the left side, and wide to the near side is Dawson Schmidt. Slots either way. Brandon has Faulkner in motion right to left. High snap, he keeps it himself. Runs left, he's got some running room. Cuts back, makes a nice move, gets into Brandon territory. He'll get the 49-yard line, a gain of 5 on the carry for Brandon Smith, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Watertown Arrows. The Arrows want to try to control the ball as long as they can here tonight against this Harrisburg Tiger football team. They line up with 2nd down and 5 at the 49-yard line of Harrisburg. Roble and Lloyd wide to the left side. Wide to the near side is Dawson Schmidt and Evan Faulkner. Brett Fossum to the right shoulder of Brandon Smith on 2nd and 5. Brandon takes the snap. He flips it out in the flat. Got his man on the run, Evan Faulkner. Got a nice block from Dawson Schmidt, and then he's pushed out of bounds, but not before. It's a gain of 10 more and a first down on just a quick flat pass that time to Evan Faulkner, and the Arrows have it 1st and 10 at Harrisburg's 38-yard line. Corners playing a little soft, especially on the slots there. And the Arrows able to get that quick pass to the slot, and that's going to be open all night. 1st and 10, Arrows, 38-yard line. Brandon Smith awaits the snap, takes it. He'll give to Fossum this time, cuts to the outside. Got a good block. Brett runs hard. He'll gain about 9 yards on the carry for Brett Fossum. Tyler Dean threw a very nice block there. The left tackle did a nice job of blocking down, and Fossum was able to go around the left side and gain 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Arrows inside the 30 at the 29.5-yard line. Coming up on play number 8 of this drive that started on Watertown's 20. And this drive going into the wind. Arrows stay with the same formation. 2 receivers either way. Running back to the left shoulder of Brandon Smith on 2nd and 1. Faulkner in motion. Fake. It's going to be a slant to Dawson Schmidt. Makes the catch. He'll dive to the 20. A gain of 10 more on the pass completion to Dawson Schmidt. And again, as soft as the corners are playing and nobody over the slots, those short, quick passes are going to be open all night until Harrisburg makes some adjustments. 1st and 10, 21-yard line of Harrisburg for the Watertown Arrows. Arrows look to the sideline to get the play call. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, running back directly behind Brandon Smith this time. On 1st and 10, 21, Brandon awaits the snap, gets the snap, gives the handoff to Fossum. Brett goes into the middle of the pile where he's grabbed there. Big number 73 got a hold of him. That's Jordan Larson, 6'3", 273 and a sophomore. No gain on the play for Brett Fossum, brings up a 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10, Arrows, 21-yard line of Harrisburg. Arrows send Roble wide to the left side. Lloyd out there as well. Dawson Schmidt comes wide to the near side, slot on the near side, and that is Evan Faulkner. Brandon Schmidt waits the snap, has Mason Lloyd in motion, gives to Mason. He'll cut it upfield, now cut back against the grain, and he's caught from behind and pulled down by Cade Boyer, the linebacker. He ran a ways, but he only gained 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Watertown Arrows. The ball at the 19-yard line of the Harrisburg Tigers. Down to 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. No score. Opening drive of the game for the Arrows. Play number 11 of this drive. And it is 3rd down and 7. Arrows have 2 receivers either way. It's taking a long time to get this play in now. The back judge has his arm in the air. He'll start his count soon. He does. Brandon has a man in motion, takes the snap, back to pass, sets, flips it in the flat to Fossum. Going to try to get the 1st down. He'll get that and more. Brett jumps out of bounds down around the 5-yard line. They'll put him out at the 4-yard line, a gain of 15. Again, just a little flat pass, this time to the running back, Brett Fossum, and the Arrows have it 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal, Arrows at the 4. Brandon Smith takes the snap. He'll pull it out. He's going to go to the corner, try to get in. He breaks a tackle and does. Brandon breaks a tackle and takes it in from 4 yards out, and the Arrows go on top. 6-0 with 6:29 to go in the first quarter. A very impressive opening drive for the Arrows as they went 12 plays, 80 yards, and a score. And Cade Rumsa will try to tack on the point after. Brandon passing 5 for 5 passing. All nice short ones that were open. Smith gets a good snap. Sets down. Kick is up. Rumsa's kick is through. 6:29 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Arrows. They'll kick to Harrisburg when we come back in 30.
High school athletics is a huge part of a community. I'm Dr. Ross Schulte, and the team at Family Dental Center would like to recognize and thank the athletes for their hard work and dedication.
And I'm Dr. Amy Schulte. The team at Watertown Family Eye Care is proud of our Arrow athletes. We wish them the best as they pursue their dreams on and off the field.
Family Dental Center.
And Watertown Family Eye Care. 2 great teams, 1 location. 22 19th Street Southeast in Watertown.
12-play, 80-yard drive for the Watertown Arrows. The last 4 by Brandon Smith. And the Arrows lead 7-0 against the Harrisburg Tigers. A very impressive drive for the Arrows and a very impressive drive into the wind here tonight at Harrisburg. Cade Rumsa will kick off into that strong wind. Back deep to receive it for Harrisburg is Carter Barenfuss. And Cade will try to keep this one, I would guess, a low line drive type kick. Rumsa from the 40-yard line, right hash mark. And he receives the official's whistle and approaches the football. Cade puts the leg to it. It's a into-the-wind short kick. It's heading to the sideline. It'll go out of bounds, and that'll be a penalty against the Arrows. Now, it'll either be 1st and 10 Watertown at the Harrisburg at the 35, or they could move Watertown back 5 yards and make them kick into that wind. So they have to make that decision. I would say make them kick over because you've got the wind to work with, but it looks like they're going to take the ball 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. So that's what Harrisburg will do. Tigers will take it 1st and 10. My goodness, you cannot see their numbers very well out there. It's light numbers on a light uniform. It's a shotgun with a wing back right, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Snap and give. Ball is bobbled. It's free. Arrows recover the fumble. From snap, Jacob Van Dusseldorp recovers the fumble. The snap never got into the hands of Anders Claiborne or Jack Rayburn, and the Arrows recover the fumble, and the Arrows have it 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line of the Harrisburg Tigers. Jacob Van Dusseldorp jumped on the ball when it came free. It never got into the hands of the running back. Arrows line up with trips left this time. 1 receiver to the right side. Running back Brett Fossum behind the quarterback on 1st down, 36 at Harrisburg. Brandon awaits the snap. Brandon takes the snap. Brandon pump fakes down the left side out here for Dawson Schmidt. Dawson jumps. He catches. Dives to the end zone. Did he get in? He's going to get to the 1-yard line. That is a 35-yard pass completion from Brandon Smith to Dawson Schmidt. And Dawson is tall. He's 6'3", and he went up and took that ball away from the defensive back who had underneath inside position. 1st and goal, Arrows at the 1-yard line after the turnover, trying to capitalize. Brandon awaits the snap, takes it, gives it to Fossum, and he was immediately a piece of bologna between 2 big pieces of white bread down there, and he'll lose 2 yards back to the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3 as the interior line got through on Brett Fossum. Arrows lead 7-0. They have it 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. Brandon has trips left, 1 to the right side. Awaits the snap, takes it, fakes to Fossum, gives to Fossum. Brett steps into the end zone. Brett Fossum started forward, went left, and took it into the end zone. And the Arrows are on the board once again with 5:33 to go in the first quarter. And the Arrows lead by a score of 13-0. Watertown will try to tack on the point after. Cade Rumpsa will try to kick it through the uprights. Snap's good, sets down, kick is up, and it is good. It hit the scoreboard even. 14-0 Arrows. They'll kick to Harrisburg in 30.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan requires more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guide you every step of the way to help you make sure the future you imagine becomes the future you achieve. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Contact Bill Keller in the Watertown office of Northwestern Mutual.
That is a 3-play, 36-yard drive. The big play, a 35-yard pass completion from Brandon Smith to Dawson Schmidt, and Dawson able to go up and take it away from the defender at the 1-yard line, and the Arrows punch it in and lead 14-0 with 5:33 to go in quarter number 1. Cade Rumpsa, both scores into the wind for the Watertown Arrows. Cade Rumso will put the toe to it at the 40-yard line. Arrows on top by a 14-0 score. So far, Brandon Smith is 6 for 6, 87 yards passing. Rumsa approaches the ball. Good, strong kick. It's going to come down to Brockenfuss. He runs hard to the left side, and he'll get all the way out to the 39-yard line where he's brought down on the play by Colin Dingzer. But returning that ball was Carter Barenfuss, and he took it to the 39. Harrisburg has it 1st and 10 at their 39-yard line. They will line up in a shotgun formation with a wing left, 2 receivers to the right side. Shotgun snap, give, running left is the running back. Good blockers ahead of him, caught from behind by Connor Wirches, but not before. Anders was able to gain 11 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Harrisburg after an 11-yard run by Anders Clayton. Trying to see who's out there at quarterback now. It could be Tigan, or it could also be Jacob Knuth. 2 receivers, right wing left. Back to pass, it is Knuth this time. He gives to Anders Claiborne, cuts back against the grain, still on his feet. Missed tackles by the Arrows. Claiborne all the way to the 21-yard line. That'll be a gain of 10, 20, 29 for Anders Claiborne. And it is 1st and 10 that quick for Harrisburg at the 21-yard line of the Watertown Arrows on 2 runs by Anders Claiborne. He's a lot like Tate Johnson was a week ago. He's not too tall. He's quick, and he's pretty strong. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Knuth takes the snap, gives to Claiborne running right. Grabbed and brought down by Jacob Van Dusseldorp on the play that time. That is a gain of 2 on the carry, brings up a 2nd down and 9. 4:16 to go in the opening quarter. Arrows leading 14-0. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Running back behind Knuth is Anders Clayton. Knuth, shotgun formation, takes the snap, pulls it back, rolls to his right, looks, chase there, throws as he's hit. Ball knocked down defensively. Good play out there by Mason Lloyd defensively. And the Arrows good pressure on Knuth. The pass goes incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 9 for Harrisburg. They have the ball at the 19-yard line of the Watertown Arrows. 3rd down and 9 for Harrisburg. They'll run trips to the right side, 1 receiver to the left side, wingback left side. Empty backfield for Knuth. Knuth awaits the snap. It's a bouncing ball. He picks it up. He runs left. The Arrows did not contain as Brett Fossum came at an angle instead of straight up the field. And Knuth able to carry the ball. He got his helmet stuck on the Watertown Arrows player. And that is Will Lossing, the linebacker. His helmet got stuck on the foot of the quarterback. They're going to bring it across the field to measure, as that was a gain of 8, and they'll see if it's a 1st down. Brett Fossum, the ball was bouncing, and Brett Fossum, instead of taking an upfield angle, he went right at an angle towards the quarterback. The quarterback, Knuth, picked that ball up and was able to take it around the left side, and he was able to get that very close to a 1st down as he got around Fossum, and there was no more containment out there. And we'll see if it's a 1st down or 4th and inches. At any rate, if it's not a 1st down, Harrisburg will go for it here on 4th and very short. 3:46 to go in the first quarter. Arrows have put 2 on the board already, lead by a score of 14-0. It is about 6 inches short of a 1st down. So the Harrisburg Tigers will go for it on 4th and short here. Less than a foot. The ball down around the 11-yard line. Light rain falling here at Harrisburg, streaking our windows. It'll be 4th down and very short. Harrisburg with the wind at their back here. But you got to know they're going to give this ball to Anders Clayton. They've got an I formation with a fullback in there now, and that fullback is Kai Youngbluth. So you've got Youngbluth and Anders Clayton behind the quarterback Knuth in there. Jacob Knuth is a 6'3 sophomore, and a quarterback sneak wouldn't be the worst thing here either. At any rate, it's 4th down and inches. Brandon having trouble, or the officials having trouble with the chains along the other way. Knuth will get up under center. He'll take the snap. He'll go forward and easily get the first down. He'll get 5 yards on the carry. Running behind that big center, Ethan Headley, 6'4", 300 and a junior. Why would you risk a handoff when you've got that young fella leading you straight ahead? First and goal, 7-yard line for the Harrisburg Tigers. As the rain falls a little bit more here and makes it a lot more difficult to see out the window, and we can't open them because the wind is blowing the rain in our faces. Knuth going to give to Claiborne. He avoided the first tackle, but then Van Dusseldorp brought him down after a gain of 1 yard for Anders Clayton. It'll be second and goal from the 6-yard line. We're down to 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play, and the Arrows lead 14-0. Second and goal from the 6. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Shotgun formation for Knuth. Claiborne behind him. Gives to Claiborne. Tries to step to the right. He went to the right, and then he comes back to the left and takes it in from 6 yards out. Anders Claiborne scores with 2:40 to go here in the first quarter, and he makes it a 14-6 ball game. He went right into the pile. Nobody grabbed him. He came back to the left, and there was nobody there, and able to take it in for the score. So it'll be extra point time for Harrisburg. Knuth will hold. Trying to kick it through the uprights is Will Simmons. Snaps good, sets down, kick is up, and it is good. 2:40 to go first quarter, 14-7 Arrows. Harrisburg kicks when we come back in 30.
This is Dustin with Active Heating. Participation in extracurricular activities helps develop the skills necessary for tomorrow's leaders. Active Heating is always striving to be the best, just like the Arrows. Knowledge, trust, communication, and a relentless pursuit of a common goal are what make the Watertown Arrows and our team at Active Heating so great. Thanks, Arrows, for your hard work and determination, and for getting active in our school and community.
Goes in the books as an 8-play, 61-yard drive. Anders Clayton from 6 yards out, point after good. 2:40 to go in the opening quarter. It is 14-7 in favor of the Watertown Arrows. See if I try this, if we can see out the window any better. Is that worse or better? Doesn't really help a whole lot. Again, we can't open the windows because the wind is blowing in our faces, and it blows the rain right into our booth here with all our electronic equipment. So we'll do the best we can to see through the streaked windows. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net, but that's blurry as well because of the precipitation. We may try to open a window and see if what happens, but we'll play it by ear here as that kick goes to Devin Miles and goes over his head into the end zone. So the Arrows will start their third possession, 1st and 10, and that will be at the 20-yard line. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Arrows lead 14-7. Arrows put together a 12-play, 80-yard drive, then picked up a fumble, and they went 3 plays, 36 yards. Harrisburg came back with an 8-play, 61-yard drive. Arrows out offensively. Brandon Smith has trips left and 1 receiver to the right side. Safety's going to come over on Dawson Schmidt and help out. Brandon Smith with Fossum has a man in motion, takes the snap. Brandon's going to give to Brett, trying to get to the outside. Can he turn the corner? He cannot. He's pulled down from behind. Maybe got a yard on the play as Harrisburg defensively did a good job of stringing that one out. Looked like Jack Rayburn, one of the D-backs, was able to bring him down, and also in on the play, Brecken Hamilton. He got a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for Watertown at the 21. Arrows line up with trips to the left side, 1 receiver to the right side. Fossum behind the quarterback. Brandon going to option pitch to Fossum, threw it behind him. He was able to catch it with one hand, but he goes backwards 2 yards on the play. Defensed very well by the Harrisburg Tigers on that option pitch. As they closed quickly on Brandon, he had to pitch the ball to Brett, and there were 2 defenders there, and they both did their job and stayed home, and each one took a player. It's a loss of 2, brings up a 3rd down and 11 for the Watertown Arrows. Trips left, 1 to the right side for Brandon Smith on 3rd down and 11. Brandon awaits the snap, takes the snap, straight back to pass, flips it out in the flat, got it to Brett Fossum over a defender. Brett going to try to get the 1st down. He dives, but he'll come up a yard short. He got 10 on the play, but comes up 1 yard short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down and a yard for Watertown, and they will have to punt the ball here. Brandon did a nice job of getting that ball over the outstretched arms of a big defensive lineman. He was able to get the ball to Fossum, but Brett couldn't quite get the 1st down. Van Dusseldorp awaits the snap from center. That has not been a good thing for the Arrows. Got a straight one that time. Nice punt into the wind. Carlson calls for the fair catch and takes it at the 37-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Harrisburg. They will have it at their 38-yard line is where they will start this drive after the punt. Arrows lead by a score of 14-7 with 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Then we switch ends and the Arrows will go with the wind. They scored both their touchdowns into the wind, however. Knuth stays in there at quarterback. He has 2 receivers to the left side. The right side of the field is wide open, and he's got a running back behind him. Knuth under center on 1st down, takes the snap, gives, running to the right is Claiborne, cuts back to the left, and then he's ripped down on the play, but not before he gains 11. Again, Jacob Van Dusseldorp making the stop, but it'll be 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line for the Harrisburg Tigers. This is just like a week ago. The Arrows could not contain Tate Johnson, who rushed for almost 300 yards, or maybe more than that, and having trouble tonight containing Anders Clayton. He'll take the snap, he'll go left, tiptoe forward, still pulls his way, and he's going to get 8 more yards on the carry as Clayton gets 8, and we're down to 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. I don't believe Harrisburg will be able to get another snap off, and they won't. 14-7 our score at the end of 1. Second quarter comes your way in 1 minute.
Hey, did you go out for breakfast?
Yup, got a sausage McMuffin with egg from McDonald's, melty cheese, and a buttery English muffin. You?
Cereal. Just dry cereal.
You know, that kind of looks like what we feed the parakeet.
Yeah, it's probably why he's giving me the stink eye.
Good thing I got a McMuffin for you, too.
There's a better way to breakfast.
Get 2 sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for just $4 at McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Uptown Cleaners will simplify your life with their dry cleaning and laundry service for shirts, suits, dresses, coats, blankets, bedspreads, comforters, and more. With drive-up-to-the-door convenience and same-day service, along with text or email notification when your items are ready for pickup, Uptown Cleaners really does make life easier for you. Uptown Cleaners, 123 5th Street Southeast on Highway 81. Call 882-4041. Uptown Cleaners, proud supporter of Arrow Sports.
Rain's a little heavier here now at Harrisburg, and it is just about impossible to see out the windows as our windows are covered with rain. The coaching staff next to us dealing with a similar situation, having a tough time. Harrisburg has the ball. They give to Anders Clayton. He goes forward for the 1st down as he got a gain of 3 on the carry that time. I don't know. I may try to open the window and see if I can see a little bit out there and not get wet. Yeah. I can see a little bit if I peek out this opening, so I'll do that. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Harrisburg at the Arrow 39. 2 receivers to the right wing left. give to Anders Clayton. He tiptoes forward, and then he's hit low and hit hard that time. Nicely done by the Arrows. Tyler Dean in on the play. Also Brett Fossum in on the play. A gain of 1 yard for Anders Clayton. But, yeah, as soon as you open the window, the rain is blowing into our booth, right into our face, so you can't open it very much. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Harrisburg. They have the ball at the 38-yard line of the Watertown Arrows. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Knuth takes the snap, gives to Clayton, runs right, hit high. Van Dusseldorp got a hold of him initially, and then Will Lossing came in and helped out, as did Wirtjes. Maybe a gain of a yard. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 as it's a steady rain with the wind out of the southeast blowing directly into our booth window. Trips right, 1 to the left side for Harrisburg on 3rd down and 8 at the Arrow 37-yard line. Knuth, shotgun, empty backfield, takes the bouncing snap, rolls to his left, Chase there. He's going to run the ball for the 1st down, dive for it, and look like, nope, he stepped out of bounds short of the 1st down. An Arrow down on the play, getting up slow across the way was Tyler Dean. The gain for the quarterback was 6 yards. So it'll be 4th down and 2 for Harrisburg at the Arrow 31-yard line. Just underway in the 2nd quarter, Arrows leading 14-7. Harrisburg going to go for it on 4th down and 2 from the Arrow 31. Last time they went straight ahead behind their big 300-pound center. See if they do that again. Whistle, timeout going to be taken by Harrisburg. We'll take it as well. You're listening to Arrow Football on KKSD 104.3 FM. We'll take a timeout, come back in 30.
No job is too big or too small for Heilman Homes. Want to build a new home? Want to do some remodeling? Need a deck or an extra garage? Call Heilman Homes at 868-1410. Dale has over 20 years of experience for all types of construction needs. That's Heilman Homes for building, remodeling, and now ready builds too. To help you with all your decorating, they have an interior decorator on staff. Call 868-1410.
Welcome back to Harrisburg. It is raining here at Harrisburg. It is a light rain. The problem with it now, it looks like it's stopped again, so you may be able to open the window a little bit. Yeah, you could try it and see, at least because it seems like it stopped here again now. So the rain has stopped, so we can open our windows a little bit. So that should make your stream a little clearer as well. 4th and 2 for Harrisburg. Knuth going to go straight ahead again behind that big lineman, and he'll easily get the 1st down as he got 4 yards behind his 300-pound center. And it'll be the 2nd time on quarterback sneaks that Harrisburg has just run behind that big center, Ethan Headley, and picked up 1st downs on 4th and short. So it'll be 1st and 10, Harrisburg at the Arrow 24-yard line. Arrows leading by a 14-7 score. They line up with trips to the right side, 1 to the left side, wing left, empty backfield. Knuth back to pass, sets, throws it, almost picked off. And had that ball been picked off that time by the Arrows' Peyton Johnston, he was gone 80 yards, and maybe he looked at that because he stepped in front of that ball, and if he catches that, there was nobody between him and the end zone 80 yards down the field. But it'll be 2nd and 10 for Harrisburg, Arrow 24. 2 receivers to the right, wing back on the right side, 1 receiver left. Knuth awaits the snap from center, gets a good one, rolls to his right, got time, throws it underneath, through the hands of the intended receiver, and incomplete. That ball was intended for Timon Long, and that went through his hands, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Harrisburg at the Arrow 24. Ball may be a little bit wet out there now as we had a brief time of heavy rain, or not really heavy rain, but rain blowing in our faces. Our stream is on at GoWatertown.net, brought to you by Sharps, and now you can see it clear as we're able to open the windows again. Trips left, 1 to the right. Knuth gives the handoff. It's an end around. Running to his right with lots of room. Now going to throw the ball. There's some razzle-dazzle, and that'll go to the end zone for a touchdown. That was a handoff, end around pass to the quarterback for the touchdown. And with 9:30 to go here in the second quarter, Harrisburg a point away from tying this ball game up. They gave the ball to Anders Clayton. He gave it to the wide receiver, who then threw it to the quarterback. And a point away from tying this ball game at 14 apiece. Ready for the extra point. The set is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 9:30 to go here in the first half. We are tied at 14 apiece. Harrisburg will kick to the Arrows in 30.
Everyone at the Dairy Queen in Watertown is cheering the Watertown Arrows to a victory. After the game, stop in for one of their famous chicken strip baskets with fries, Texas toast, and country gravy. Don't forget to add a sundae, malt, shake, or blizzard to your meal. During the 212 reconstruction, be sure to use the 8th Avenue FedEx entrance. It's more than just fast food, it's fan food. Good luck to the Watertown Arrows and their game tonight from the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill on Highway 212 Watertown.
DQ, happy tastes good.
That is a 62-yard drive, 11 plays, 62-yard drive, and a little razzle-dazzle there for the score as Anders Clayton took the ball to the left. He pitched it to Jack Rayburn. Rayburn then threw it to the quarterback, Knuth, and he took it into the end zone for the score. 24 yards, and we are tied at 14 apiece. Simmons set to kick off for the Harrisburg Tigers. He'll tow it up at the 40-yard line. Kicking into the wind here tonight now. And the ball is a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded by Faulkner at the 17. He cuts right back to the left, goes straight ahead 30, still on his feet 35. Penalty flag comes out. That's in the area of a hold. He returned it to the 40. Nice return by Evan Faulkner, but my guess is that'll be a holding penalty against the Watertown Arrows at the 29-yard line. And if that's the case, it'll take it back to the 19. And that is the case. So the Arrows hit with a holding penalty, and that'll cost them 10 yards from the spot of the infraction, which is the 29-yard line. So or the 34-yard line, I should say. So that'll take it back to the 24, and the Arrows will start 1st and 10 at their 24-yard line. So the Arrows have it 1st and 10, 24-yard line. They line up with 2 receivers either way. Running back to the right shoulder of Brett Fossum. 34 defensive look for Harrisburg. Brandon Smith has a linebacker coming left side. Mason Lloyd in motion. Give is running left. Now he pitches to Lloyd, tries to cut back, nowhere to go. He is swarmed down, and that's going to be a loss of 5 on the carry for Mason Lloyd. So the Arrows will come up with 2nd down and 15 after a loss of 5 to the 19. Again, the Arrows have the wind at their back. They scored the first 14. Harrisburg has come back with 14, and that's where we are with 8:50 to go in the first half, tied at 14. Arrows have Roble and Lloyd to the left, Faulkner and Dawson Schmidt to the right. Evan in motion. Handoff was supposed to go to Evan. The ball was fumbled. Brandon Smith picked it up, and he took it back to the line of scrimmage, where it'll be 3rd down and 15 for the Watertown Arrows. I don't think Evan was expecting that ball. And the ball hit the turf. Brandon able to pick it up, and he was able to go back to the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 15 for Watertown from the 19-yard line. Arrows line up with trips right, 1 receiver to the left side. Shotgun for Brandon Smith. Blitz coming from the right side. Back to pass. Sets his feet. Throws it deep down the right side. He's got his man out there. Faulkner catches the ball to the 35-yard line. That'll be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 yards on the pass completion. A beautiful ball by Brandon Smith. Evan Faulkner able to run under it for the reception, and the Arrows have it 1st and 10 at Harrisburg's 34-yard line. As they backed it up about 3 yards, so it'll be 47 on the completion. 47, 1st and 10, Arrows, 34 of Harrisburg. Brandon takes the snap, gives to Brett Fossum, tries to go left, then tries to go right, still on his feet. He spins forward for about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7, and here comes the rain again. The tackle made by Christian Adams as the rain comes back here at the Harrisburg. And again, it's blowing right into our faces. You can keep it open as long as it doesn't seem to be causing a problem. 2nd down and 7 for Watertown. Trips left, 1 to the right side. Brandon takes the snap, gives to Fossum. Brett trying to bounce to the outside. He does. Goes forward for a gain of about 3 more on the play. And that will bring up, I think it's okay right where it's at, yeah. You trying to move the camera more? Okay. So we have 3rd down and 4 for the Watertown Arrows. The ball down at the 28-yard line of the Harrisburg Tigers. 3rd down and 4. Arrows have trips left, 1 to the right side. Brandon awaits the snap. Takes the snap. High snap. Give to Fossum. Broke 1 tackle. Trying to go forward. The guys need to push the pile. He's going to be very close to a 1st down. I think he's going to be just short. Looks like he's going to be really, really close. They'll take a look at it, and they're going to say 4th down. So he's just short of the 1st down. So it'll be 4th down and less than a yard for the Watertown Arrows. Now, the Arrows center is only 240. He's not 300 like Harrisburg, so I'm not sure the Arrows are going to do a quarterback sneak, but they're going to go for it on 4th down and less than a yard. Trips to the left side, 1 receiver to the right side. Brandon has a lot of men at the line of scrimmage, can throw the ball here, takes the snap, fakes it, flips it out in the flat to Mason Lloyd, but that play was read too well by Harrisburg, and getting out there to make the tackle was Brecken Hamilton, and it lost a yard on the pass completion. So Arrows turn it over on downs as they did not go upfield. They tried to go out in the flat again, but the linebacker was there, and he read that play very well and was able to make the tackle. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Harrisburg. They have it at the 25-yard line. They line up with 3 receivers to the left, running back to the left shoulder of the quarterback. Snap, and he's going to throw the ball. Knuth throws it out in the flat, trying to get away from Peyton Johnston, the receiver. Anderson on the reception. He was able to gain about 5 on the pass completion. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. We have 5 minutes to go in the first half. It's 14-14. Arrows scored the first 2 touchdowns. Harrisburg came back with 2 of their own. They have a wing left, 2 receivers right, running back to the right shoulder of the quarterback on 2nd and 5. He'll give to Anders. Clayton gets to the pile, caught there, broke the tackle of Jacob Van Dusseldorp, who didn't wrap him up. Jacob had him for a loss on the play, but he was able to pull free of Van Dusseldorp, and he was able to gain a couple of yards. Brett Fossum and Mason Lloyd finally finished him off. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Harrisburg. The ball down at their 32-yard line. The rain has stopped once again here now. Harrisburg going into the stiff wind. They line up with 2 receivers to the right side, wing back on the left side. Quarterback is Knuth, takes the snap, back to pass, throws the slant, popped up in the air, and incomplete. There were 3 Arrow defenders around the ball, and there was 1 receiver. That ball went up in the air, but it went away from everybody, so nobody able to pull it in. But Harrisburg now with 4th down and 3, and Simmons looks like he will punt the ball. Simmons steps back around his 18-yard line. The Arrows sending nobody back deep. and now they're going to take a timeout. So the Arrows take a timeout here. 3:59 to go in the half. 14-14 our score. We'll come back in 1 minute.
It's a paper and laundry sale Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 4th through the 6th at Hy-Vee. 40-ounce Arrow laundry detergent, 5 for $10 plus 10 cents off per gallon. Charmin Essentials or Bounty paper towels, $3.88 plus 3 cents off per gallon. Dawn dishwashing liquid, $1.99 plus 10 cents off per gallon. 3 days only at Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
At Great Western Bank, they know that champions play as one. One team with one goal. They know that champions don't just happen. They are built with determination and the right mix of coaching and teammates. You can count on Great Western Bank as a trustworthy teammate that will go the extra mile to help you win. To learn more, visit your nearest branch today and become part of a winning team. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC.
So it's 4th down and 3 for Harrisburg as they appear like they're going to punt the ball. Simmons back to punt. The Arrows have nobody back deep. Simmons runs right and now punts the ball away. The Arrows will let it go and bound at the 35 and go to the 37-yard line. So the Arrows will have it 1st and 10, 37-yard line. Simmons, an Australian-type punter where he runs with the ball before he punts it, and the Arrows wanted to make sure he did not try to run for a first down if there was nobody there. So they were able to make him punt the ball, and he did. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Watertown at the 37-yard line. Wind at their back, 3:48 to go here in the first half of play, and we're tied at 14 apiece. Twins trailing the Yankees 3-2 in that ball game. Trips right for Watertown, 1 to the left side for the Arrows. Fossum behind the quarterback Smith on 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Brandon awaits the snap. Brandon gets a good one. He's back to pass. Good pressure. Rolls to his right. Throws it down the right side. Deep. It's out there for Faulkner. He goes up and tries to make the play, but cannot. The Arrow coaching staff waving their arms in the air, wanting a penalty, but none called. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Watertown Arrows at their 37-yard line. That ball floated a little too long up there that time. 3:41 to go in the first half, 14-14 our score. Arrows will run a set of 2 receivers either side now this time. Dawson Schmidt wide to the left side. Jacob Van Dusseldorp wide to the right side. Slots are Mason Lloyd left, Evan Faulkner right. 2nd down and 10 for the Arrows. Brandon Smith rubs his hands, gets a blitz coming from his right side, throws it out in the flat to Fossum. Fossum cuts back against the grain and goes sideways, and then a penalty flies in as well. That's an interesting area for a penalty, if it's going to be a hold or what it's going to be. Not exactly sure what this call is going to be, is where that flag was thrown. It didn't look like there was an arrow there, but there was, and they're going to get called for an illegal block in the back. The flag is down the ball is down at the 40-yard line. So that'll be a penalty against Watertown, an illegal block in the back. Like I said, I didn't see a whole lot of arrows in that area, but there must have been one there, and it's a 10-yard penalty. So that'll bring up a 2nd down for the Watertown Arrows. 2nd down and 17 now for a 1st down for Watertown. Brett Fossum that time tried to come against the grain, and had he gone straight up the field, he had a better chance of gaining yards. As he went sideways, Harrisburg's defense is fast, and they pursue quickly. So 2nd down and 17 for the Arrows, now back at the 30 as the rain starts once again here at Harrisburg Field. Man in motion is Faulkner. Fake the handoff, all-out blitz coming. Flip down the left side. Mason Lloyd was there. Evan Faulkner was there. There was only one defender around the ball, and the Arrows had 2 receivers, but Brandon threw that one out of bounds as Harrisburg came with an all-out blitz that time against the Watertown Arrows. So it'll be 3rd down and 17 for the Watertown Arrows, the ball at the 30-yard line. Clock stopped with 3:04 to go here in the first half, tied at 14 as the rain falls again here at Harrisburg. The Arrows line up with 2 receivers to the right side, 2 receivers to the left side. Shotgun formation. Looks like a blitz coming as well against Brandon. 2 linebackers coming. The Arrows pick it up. Down the left side. Van Dusseldorp's out there, but the ball sailed out of bounds as that one looked like it slipped out of Brandon's hand, and it kind of fluttered like a wounded duck that time and went incomplete. And the Arrows are going to have to punt the ball back to the Harrisburg Tigers. 2:57 to go in the first half, 14-14 our score. As the Arrows' Jacob Van Dusseldorp drops back to punt. He stands around his 16-yard line and awaits the snap. Gets a good one. Van Dusseldorp gets the punt away. Shanked it off the right side of his foot, however, and the ball goes a total of 7 yards. And Harrisburg will have great field position, 1st and 10 at the Arrow 36. That ball may have been tipped by a rushing Harrisburg Tiger. So it'll be 1st and 10, Harrisburg at the 36-yard line of the Watertown Arrows. Harrisburg will send out quarterback Jack Tigan this time. Tigan lines up with 2 receivers to the right, wingback on the left side. Anders Clayton to his right shoulder. Takes the snap, back to pass, pressure, hit, sacked. Lossing around the play. Connor Wirches around the play. That'll be a loss on the play of 8 yards on the sack. So it'll be 2nd down and 18 for Harrisburg as the ball backs up to the 43-yard line. Tigan lines up in shotgun with 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Takes the low snap, back to pass. Gonna heave her down the right side. The wind catches it, and Evan Faulkner intercepts it. Evan Faulkner intercepts the pass as that ball was going into the wind and into the rain, and it just died. And Evan was able to dive for it and intercept that ball. And all my stat sheets and everything are getting soaked now in here. It'll be 1st and 10 for Watertown. 19-yard line is where they have it. So I'm going to have to look through that window that is streaked again. So it'll be 1st and 10 Arrows after the turnover, 19-yard line. 2:10 to go in the half. We're tied at 14 apiece. The rain is falling here again at the Harrisburg Stadium. Trips right for Watertown, 1 receiver to the left side. Brandon Smith with Fossum to his left shoulder. Fakes the handoff. Nope, he gave it to Fossum. And that goes 5 yards backwards again. So a timeout going to be taken by Harrisburg as they want to get the ball back. The Arrows will have it 2nd down and 15 when we come back. 2:02 to go in the half. You're listening to the Arrows on KKSD. We'll come back in 30.
Before and after the game, make sure you stop into your Watertown Perkins.
As long as the
They're
camera's
famous
not
for
getting
breakfast,
too wet.
but you'll also love their lunches and dinners. Conveniently located at the corner of Highways 81 and 212. At Perkins, you'll find quality fresh food, freshly baked pies and muffins. And it's all in a clean, relaxing, and friendly atmosphere. So come on in and bring your appetite. Your Watertown Perkins will do the rest.
Welcome back to Harrisburg as the Tigers take a timeout as they want to get this ball back. The Arrows went backwards 5 yards and now have it 2nd down and 15 at the 14-yard line is where the Arrows have the ball with 2:02 to go in the first half. Harrisburg will have 1 timeout remaining. Brandon takes the snap, back to pass, sets. Now he throws it, got his man, but a short gain for Mason Lloyd. Gain of 5 on the completion. Bronson making the stop, and Harrisburg takes their third and final timeout of the first half here. So we have 1:55 to go in the first half of play. We're tied at 14. We'll come back in 30 seconds. That looks good.
Out in Rapid City Central leads Rapid City Stevens 13-6.
Third down and 10 for Watertown. The ball at the 19-yard line after the Harrisburg timeout. And the Arrows trying to get a dry ball out on the field. And they do, as the rain is as heavy as it's been all night right now. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Brandon Smith, shotgun. Takes the snap, sets his feet, throws it down the left side. Dawson Schmidt's out there, makes the catch, but he's out of bounds, and it'll be incomplete. So it'll be 4th down and 10 for Watertown, and the Arrows will be forced to punt the ball again here. Jacob Van Dusseldorp will punt the ball. Dropping back to receive it is Lincoln Carlson. And Jacob will stand around his 5-yard line. So the Arrows got to give him better protection, and he's got to boom this ball. It's going to be a wet ball. It rolls to him. He picks it up. He gets it away. It's going to end and not go very far again. It's going to be dead at the 38-yard line of the Watertown Arrows. So it ends up about a 19-yard punt. So the last one was 7 yards. That one was 19 yards, and Harrisburg will have it once again, 1st and 10, this time at the Arrow 38-yard line. 1:37 to go here in the half. The nice thing about the heavier rain, at least the window isn't streaked now, so you might be able to close the window and get by with it now. It'll be 1st and 10, 38-yard line for Harrisburg. 3 receivers to the right, running back to the right shoulder of the quarterback. Takes the handoff. Anders Claiborne caught from behind and brought down. In on the tackle that time was Ingalls. Gain of about 3 on the carry. Yeah, you better close it up. It's getting pretty wet there. Gain of 3 for Claiborne brings up a 2nd down and 7. Trips right, running back to the right shoulder of the quarterback. Heavy rain now. Back to pass is, I think it's Knuth. He throws it up for grabs, and Faulkner's going to intercept it again as he just threw that up for grabs. And Evan able to intercept the ball. His 2nd straight interception as that ball just floated up in the air, and Faulkner able to intercept the ball. And that will be Arrow football now with a minute to go in the half as the rain has arrived here at Harrisburg. No doubt about it. It is heavy, heavy rain now here at Harrisburg. So the Arrows probably will not try anything here with the rain falling heavy and the fans heading for safety and dry conditions. I mean, it is a downpour now here at Harrisburg. The Arrows have it 1st and 10 at their 3-yard line is where they will take over. And again, I can't imagine they're going to do anything more than snap the ball and kneel down. The Arrows will take a timeout. So 1 minute to go in the half. The rain is falling heavy. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back in 30.
At Watertown Dental Care, dentistry isn't just a job, it's our passion. This is Dr. Darren Bach, and for over 15 years, my team of professionals and I have built our practice on trust, patient service, and exceptional dental care. We never forget you have a choice. Every decision we make, from expanded hours to convenient financial options, is done to make your patient experience both convenient and comfortable. We invite you to experience our personalized care and attention firsthand. Call today,
882-0747.
Giving you something to smile about. Watertown Dental Care.
1 minute on the clock to go in the first half. We're tied at 14 apiece. The Arrows with 2 straight interceptions, Evan Faulkner with both of them. The Arrows have the ball now at the 3-yard line, and they're going to snap and kneel. Brandon awaits the snap, gets the snap, and he's going to try to go forward or sideways a little bit. No timeouts remaining. So Brandon, no gain on the play as he just kind of went sideways, and the Arrows will have to snap the ball one more time, and then they'll go into the halftime locker room and try to dry off. A lot of fans leaving here tonight. They're not staying for this football game when it's raining like this, and they are heading out. Brandon Smith awaits the snap with 25 to go in the half. One snap, take a knee, he does. And no gain on the play. The official steps into the group of players as the Arrow center got hit backwards very, very aggressively on the play. No penalty flags came out, so that's how we end the first half of play. It's 14-14, Watertown and Harrisburg. Let's take a 3-minute timeout.
Now arriving at Dano's Marine, the new 2020 Ranger boats powered by Mercury Outboards. Stop in and check out what's new with the 2020 Ranger aluminum and Ranger fiberglass boats powered by Mercury. So get to Dano's Marine and check out the new 2020 Ranger aluminum and Ranger fiberglass boats. Get up to a 5-year factory warranty on the motor when you power your new Ranger with a Mercury outboard. Dano's Marine, open for all your service and winterization needs. West Highway 212, Watertown. Online 24/7, danosmarine.com.
To achieve great things, it takes a great team. Attacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated, they have the get it done and then some team of talented, passionate people who will get the job done right. The service techs and those behind the scenes work together to provide top-notch service that you've come to expect from Tacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated for over 60 years. The business that service built.
Call on the business that service built. Call Tacker.
Everyone at the Dairy Queen in Watertown is cheering the Watertown Arrows to a victory. After the game, stop in for one of their famous chicken strip baskets with fries, Texas toast, and country gravy. Don't forget to add a sundae, malt, shake, or blizzard to your meal. During the 212 reconstruction, be sure to use the 8th Avenue FedEx entrance. It's more than just fast food, it's fan food. Good luck to the Watertown Arrows and their game tonight from the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill on Highway 212 Watertown.
DQ, happy tastes good.
Time for a kitchen or bathroom remodel? Walk into Hometown and you can step into many different kitchens and bathrooms set up right on our showroom floor. You can see and feel exactly how your new kitchen or bathroom would look. Our staff at Hometown can help you choose the right cabinets, countertops, lighting, and hardware for your project. If it's time for a new kitchen or bathroom, make Hometown Building Center's showroom your first stop. Hometown Building Center on South Highway 20 in Watertown.
Oh, honey, everything okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, better than okay. You should have seen it. Stopped for gas, then I saw it. Hunting, fishing, deli, snacks, coffee, and I ate, and it was like they had everything I wanted.
Slow down, cowboy. Where is this place?
Oh, come on. I'll show you. It's amazing.
Lake Stop 20 has just about everything you need. Fuel, snacks, beverages, even breakfast made with real fresh eggs. Lake Stop 20, located on Highway 20 in Watertown.
Do you suffer from dry eyes? Do they burn, sting, itch, or water? Do your eyes get tired after staring at the computer? These are all signs of dry eye disease. Hi, this is Mandy from Kunkel Snyder Optometric. I'm here to tell you that we can help. We offer some of the most advanced technology in diagnosis and treatment of dry eye, and we're extremely excited to announce that we now offer LipiFlow treatments. Give us a call today to schedule your dry eye evaluation at 882-4175. Kunkel Snyder Optometric on Highway 81 North in Watertown.
This is the Dairy Queen halftime show on KKSD's coverage of Watertown Arrow football. 14-14 is our score here at halftime. The Arrows got off to a good start going into the win. They put together a 12-play, 80-yard drive. Brandon Smith was 5 for 5 for 52 yards passing on the drive. He ran the ball for 21 yards as well, including a 4-yard touchdown. Point after was good. 6:29 to go in the first quarter. It was 7-0 Arrows. Harrisburg took over on their 35, and on their first snap from center, the handoff never got in the running back's hands. Jacob Van Dusseldorp recovered the fumble, and the Arrows were set up at the 36 of Harrisburg. They threw a 35-yard pass from Brandon Smith to Dawson Schmidt to the 1-yard line. Brett Fossum took it in eventually from 3 yards out. The point after was good. That made it 14-0 Arrows with 5:33 to go in the first quarter of play. Harrisburg answered, though, with an 8-play, 61-yard drive, and it was Anders Clayton taking it in from 6 yards out. He had 5 carries, 49 yards on the drive. The Arrows then went 3 plays and punt, and Harrisburg took over on the 38. They put together an 11-play, 62-yard drive, and it was a razzle-dazzle play as they handed the ball to Anders Clayton. He pitched it on our end around to Jack Rayburn. He threw it to the quarterback, Knuth, who took it in from 24 yards out. The point after was good. That made it 14-all with 9.5 to go in the second quarter. The Arrows then took over on their 24, and they were able to drive the ball down to Harrisburg's 25, but unable to pick up a first down on 4th down and short. Turned it over to Harrisburg, who went 3 plays and punt. The Arrows went 3 plays and punt. Harrisburg took over on the Arrow 36 after a 7-yard punt. They were sacked and then threw an interception. Evan Faulkner picked it off going into the wind. The Arrows put together a 3-play punt drive. Harrisburg again took over a deep in Arrow territory at the 38. After a 3-yard rush, they threw the ball again, and again it was intercepted by Evan Faulkner at the 3-yard line. The Arrows ran out the clock. That's where we stand at halftime. Watertown 14, Harrisburg 14. I think the rain has lightened up a lot all of a sudden. Let's take a time out. We'll continue with more on the Dairy Queen Halftime Show in 3 minutes.
This is Casey from Stony Brook Suites Assisted Living. Let me explain the many benefits of Stony Brook and how we can help look after your loved one. Our assisted living is specifically designed to look and feel like home. From our home-cooked meals to coffee socials with friends, your loved one will feel more than right at home. Stop in today at 500 16th Avenue or call 882-0013.
Life is sweet in Stony Brook Suites.
At Prairie Lakes, the collaboration and dedication of our talented team of healthcare professionals allows us to offer the specialty services of a major medical center while still providing personalized treatment right here at home. We are proud to be your regional leader, but more than that, we are proud to be your choice for quality healthcare. Prairie Lakes Healthcare System.
Your health, our mission.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
This is Dr. Casey Johnson of Glacial Lakes Orthopedics in Watertown. My partners, Dr. Michael Venner and Dr. Jerry Reiber and I would like to extend best wishes for safe and successful sports season for all of our area athletes. With advanced sports medicine training and over 50 years of combined clinical experience, we specialize in injury prevention and management, minimally invasive surgery, and accelerated recovery and rehabilitation. For an appointment today, call 882-2630 or go online and visit us at glaciallakes.orthopedics.com.
Clausen & Sons Construction will have the same great service that you've come to expect. Ken, Chad, and Jeremy can help you with your residential, farm, and business construction. There's no job too big or too small. Whether it's clearing, grading, site preparation, gravel hauling, road rebuilding, or lagoons, they can get the job done. They sell gravel, crushed concrete, recycled asphalt, and landscape rock. Clausen & Sons Construction have appreciated your business and look forward to working with you. Call 882-3735 today. That's Clausen & Sons Construction in Watertown.
You live in the country, or maybe a small community, or downtown. Wherever you call home, Sanford Health is there. To rewrite healthcare so that it fits you, your family, your needs, and your health. To be alongside you as you overcome obstacles and celebrate joys. Because it's your life, and it's our passion. Health lives here. Sanford Health.
This is the Dairy Queen halftime show. I just looked at the radar, the Sioux Falls NOAA radar, and there's not a lot of rain around, but right now there's a red spot of very heavy rain, and that is falling here at Harrisburg, and it is literally pouring out there. A lot of the fans have left. There's some brave fans for the Arrows across the way still sitting huddled in, getting just completely soaked. There's people down in front of us under umbrellas, but it is literally pouring rain here at Harrisburg right now. Let's check your stats at halftime. They're brought to you by Pregame Insurance. The Arrows did what they wanted to do. They were able to control the ball in that first half quite a bit. They had 30 plays for 179 yards of offense. They rushed it 17 times for just 31 yards rushing. Brandon Smith started the game 9 for 9 passing. He then missed 3, so he was 9 for 12, and then he went 1 for 2 or 1 for 1. He ended up 10 of 13 in the first half for 148 yards, 51 of those receiving yards for Dawson Schmidt, 35 on a bomb to the 1-yard line. So Brandon Smith, 10 of 13, 148 yards passing in the first half. The Arrows 30 offensive plays for 179 yards of offense. Harrisburg rushed it 17 times as well for 93 yards. They were 2 of 8 passing for 26 yards. That's 25 offensive plays for 119 yards of offense for Harrisburg in the first half of play. Anders Clayton was their big offensive attack as he had 12 carries for 78 yards rushing in the first half of play. So 119 yards of offense for Harrisburg and 2 scores. The Arrows, 179 yards of offense and 2 scores. The Arrows got a takeaway. Jacob Van Dusseldorp recovered a fumble. They got a couple of interceptions as well, and that was Evan Faulkner picking the ball off twice deep in Watertown territory. So we are tied at 14-14 here at a very wet Harrisburg field. Stats brought to you by Pregame Insurance. Halftime being brought to you by Dairy Queen. We'll take a time out. We'll come back with more in 3 minutes.
It's Truck Month at Sharp Automotive, and it's a great time to buy a new 2019 Chevy Silverado 1500. All Silverado LT and LTZ models are $10,000 off sticker. And during Truck Month, no monthly payments for 90 days. When you finance with GM Financial, 0% financing is also available for 72 months in lieu of rebates. Stop in today or shop online at sharpgm.com. Sharps, we make truck buying easy. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Have you had the talk? Hi, I'm Chad Ostis with Crawford Ostis Funeral Chapel. Having the talk can make the difference of a lifetime. We strongly encourage you to have the talk with your spouse, parents, or even your kids, because it will be especially significant when it's time to honor a life lived. Talk about what is important to you and what matters most. Crawford Ostis Funeral Chapel will be happy to keep this information on record for you when the time comes. Have the talk. Crawford Ostis Funeral Chapel, where service and caring is our profession.
Gather means to come together or assemble. Hey, this is your friend Angie from Gather. Whether it's friends talking over coffee, students reading while snacking and sipping smoothies, or business people brainstorming over muffins and lattes. Gather Coffee Eats and Gifts in downtown Watertown brings people together. Come in, sit, and enjoy our spacious coffee shop with free Wi-Fi and friendly baristas that will exceed your expectations. Gather, 122 East Kemp Avenue in downtown Watertown.
Let the team at Pregame Insurance in Watertown help you with your game plan. For over 50 years, the team at Pregame Insurance has been helping people make good, sound decisions when choosing health and life insurance, Medicare supplement and long-term care insurance, and executing a sound financial game plan. So call Vince or Carla or Bridget Rammel at Pregame Insurance today, 886-9043, or online, PregameInsurance.com.
You need a water softener. You could buy it from a big box store. Appropriate because once you load up, lug it home, and try to install it yourself, all you're left with is a big empty box. No setup, no maintenance, no salt. Don't make a big botch buying from a big box.